ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́. Ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀lẹ̀. Ó milẹ̀ títì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn. Ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́. Ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀lẹ̀. Ó milẹ̀ títì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn. Ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́. Ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀lẹ̀. Ó milẹ̀ títì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn.
All right, you're welcome back on this platform. This is the program you've been waiting for. It is no other program than Eco Pointer on Thursday morning on Success Radio in the city of Ibadan. If you're already connected to us, help us to share the page, share the program to your contacts wherever they may be, and let them also be part of this. What do we do here? What we do here is that we share economic information, business information, and financial information. And you see, when it comes to money matter, it's not a question of one person alone. It has to do with everybody. Who does not want money? I don't mean the love of money now. Who does not need money? Everybody needs money. Or may I say, if you don't, maybe you identify yourself. But of course, the love of money is the root of all evil. What we are trying to say is, let money serve you, don't serve money. So once again, money is not evil, but the love of it is evil. My name is Kolawole Kayode on Success Radio Ibadan on the program Eco Pointer. Truckload of information this morning that we have brought to you. This one is coming from the Business Day newspaper that is saying Naira gains puts spotlight on petrodollar inflow. What is the meaning of that? What's the explanation behind that? We will explain. We are here together. Still on the same Business Day newspaper is discussing the link between the value of the naira and the oil production in Nigeria. And this one is saying Lagos amnesty on unregistered property seem easing. There is a decision that the Lagos state government has made concerning unregistered property, and people are seeing it that it's like it's helping situation, and it's not going to make situation to be worse. And this one is still from the Business Day newspaper that is saying devaluation woes sweep 1,600 Nigerian off millionaire list. That is to tell you that the rich also cry. This one is from the Punch newspaper, and related news are connected to almost every newspaper that came out today. And what's the headline talking about? It says Cardoso links depleting external reserve to debt repayment. This one is for information from the Channel TV as deduced from the programs there. And what the headline is saying? The headline is saying Nigerian inflation hit 33.2% despite Naira rebound. Alright, let's begin to move on with the analysis, the explanation behind each of the stories. You are connected to us on Success Radio in the city of Ibadan. And Eco Pointer is the program. Make sure you share the page, share the program to other people, let them also get to know. Especially if you're a business person, you need to know what's happening in the Nigerian economy. And we must tell you that some commodity prices are coming down. Alright, the headline that say Naira gains put spotlight on petrodollar inflow. Questions have been coming up, and questions have been prompting as concerning the petrodollar that the NNPCL is supposed to remit to the nation's federation account. And this is because the remittances by the NNPCL is the one or the major one that determine how much money is in the federation account, how much dollar is in the Federal Reserve of Nigeria, and those are part of the issues that would determine the value of the naira and the state of the economy of the nation. Remember, from 2017 September, when the value of the Federal Reserve, the National Reserve, had gone down. Since that time, the value of the National Reserve had not gone down so much, but in recent time, it happened in April 15, 2024, when the value of the Reserve of Nigeria went as low as $32 billion. And here one of the stakeholders in Nigerian economy, Seun Onigbinde, said every mayor to defend the naira is too expensive until oil and gas production is improved. That is, everybody is crying that the value of the naira needs to come up, especially when the value of the naira went as low as 1,900 naira to a single dollar. That happened in February. Since that time, the CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, have been taking a lot of steps to rescue the situation, to make sure the situation come back, to a better thing. And what has the CBN done? The CBN has tightened the interest rate, increased the interest rate, find a way to make sure they sell directly to the bureau de change, the BDCs in Nigeria. They've also ensured that the banks are not ordering the dollars again, or the dollar denominated loan, that are all the loan that are secured with dollar, they have said no, bank has to renegotiate those loans and make sure that they should use other assets, not the dollar, to stand as collateral for those loans. These are some of the things the CBN had been doing, and due to these things there have been efforts, and the value of the naira had been going up. Yes, getting better than what it was in February. And now the analysts are saying this situation of the CBN is not sustainable if the fiscal authorities, the revenue authorities, are not coming up to play their own part in the improvement of the Nigerian economy. That's what analysts are saying. That is, what the CBN is doing will be sustainable, but cannot sustain all alone by itself. There has to be improvement in other sector of the economy, especially the fiscal sector, yes, the production sector, the manufacturing sector, the oil sector. Everybody has to rally around the Nigerian economy so that the value of the naira will be stabilized over time and gain against the dollar. If other sectors are not doing that, if other sectors are not doing something, hey, what the CBN is doing to improve the value of the naira will not last long. That is what analysts, economic analysts, are saying. In case you want to be part, you want to call into the studio and be part of this discussion that we are having on the Nigerian economy, the number to call is 090-442-51967. 090-442-51967. And the other line that entered this studio is 090-501-96520. Maybe that was too fast. 090-501-96520. And as we speak, as at Tuesday, today is Thursday, as at Tuesday this week, which is on the 16th of April 2024, the value of the naira to dollar was 1,148 naira to $1. And what that one is saying is that even if you are going to black market, blue market, whichever market, at least you should not buy more than 1,200. That is still better than 1,900 some months ago. Alright, still on the value of the naira, the Nigerian economy and oil production, crude oil production in Nigeria. People are challenging the NNPC and say their remittance to the nation's poor treasury must improve. If the staff of NNPCL are getting better, that's the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. You know, if somebody gets a job into NNPCL today, the entire family are going to celebrate. They will go to church, go to mosque, everywhere to go and share their testimony because they believe that their lives are now better. So if the lives of the staff of NNPCL are getting better, Nigerian economy needs to be better. So analysts are saying there must be increase in crude oil production in Nigeria, and when NNPCL have to sell those products, then they will be able to get dollars, and those dollars will be brought into the Nigerian economy, and that's what will improve our economy and stabilize our naira. And if that is not done, whatever CBN is doing may not work for too long. And I must say also, by extension, not only the crude oil sector of the economy or the manufacturing sector need to be worked upon, the agri sector need to be worked upon, so that all this sector can sell out products and get rake in dollars and get Nigerian economy better. In recent time, low production in crude oil has been a very big problem for the Nigerian economy. Even in the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, there were issues about low production of crude oil, and Nigeria was having problem with the economy, with finance. To the extent that in September 2022, the production of crude oil in Nigeria went as low as 940,000 barrels per day. Hey, that was Nigeria that was allocated to produce 2.1 million barrels per day, producing less than half of the allocation. And up till now, you see, Nigeria is still expected to produce like 1.8 million barrels per day, but up till now, Nigeria is not producing up to that. And what are the causes of this low crude oil production in the Nigerian petroleum sector? Oil theft is one of them. Oil theft. Some people are stealing oil from the Niger Delta. Now listen, when people steal oil from the Niger Delta, yes, some, when you see them or when you take note of them, you may say, they have taken their own national cake. You see, indirectly, that oil they stole is affecting every single Nigerian. Even those that are back in the village, those that are living in the city, is your money, is my money, that they are stolen. So people are stealing the oil of Nigeria. They are stealing from the pocket of every Nigerians. So we can call them public enemy of the Nigerian economy. Another reason for low production of crude oil in Nigeria is aging oil field. That is the oil field where they are getting crude oil, and they've been getting from it in the last 10 years, in the last 20 years, in the last 30 years. Some oil field have been useful since the 70s, and up till now we are still drilling oil from there. Instead of improving on them, dig another hole, maybe nearby and things like that, because as more and more you drill from the same point, the production, the amount you get will start going down. You remember what we call diminishing return in our secondary school economics. So those oil field, they need to go and dig a new one. But for one reason or the other, maybe because the regulators are not doing enough job, the NNPCL, those who are directly department in the petroleum sector that are supervising the drillings are not doing enough. Or some, Nigeria, some have taken some money and they have removed their eyes from what they're supposed to monitor. The white man says what goes around comes around, and Yorùbá sọ pé tí ogun bá jẹ lọ ọgbọ̀n náà máa jẹ bọ. Some people are getting this cheap money from corruption, and they are building out, they are buying cars, but it is at the detriment of the entire Nigeria. Another reason why there is low production of crude oil in Nigeria is that there is poor maintenance of oil terminal. Yes, the terminals where they will take crude oil to and from there put it in the ship, all those places are not properly maintained, so there are wastages along the line. Yes, if 10 barrels is taken from the oil field, by the time they get to the terminal, by the time they put it in the ship, it has come down to 4 barrels. That one that is wasted should be money, but then it is wasted. Also, there were shutdown of oil field. There are oil fields that are usable, but they are shut down due to criminal activity, kidnapping activity, fighting, and all kinds of situation that happen over there in the Niger Delta. Analysts also let us know that reduction in investment in the upstream sector of the oil industry is also affecting the production of crude oil, and we cannot exonerate the government. Yeah, the government is also involved in this, that the government need to make the Niger Delta area to be more conducive for the people, because part of why there are agitations, quarrels, kidnapping, criminal activities in all those areas is because the villages, the communities where the oil is inside their soil are not properly cared for. There are issues of government giving money to warlords, and those warlords will be living as kings while the rest of the community members are living in poverty, and this is not the way out. Whatever money government want to give to any warlord, such money should be used to provide amenities for the entire community and not money given to one person. It is like we are worshiping some people at the detriment of some people, and that is why agitation continues, troubles continues, criminal activities continues in the Niger Delta of Nigeria, where we get the crude oil that is the mainstay of the Nigerian economy. All right, this is from Lagos. This one is from Lagos amnesty on unregistered property seen easing. The Lagos state governor had made pronouncement in recent time, and what he has said, he said from the 2nd of May till 30th of July, there's a provision that will be made. It is part of the regulation that when you are to raise a structure, you need to register. You need to pay money to the government. There are some money you have to pay concerning the structure, the building you want to raise, especially in Lagos, where there have been reoccurring incidences of collapsed building. That is why the Lagos state government want to monitor every building that will be raised in Lagos, especially when it comes to skyscrapers high-rise building of 5 stories, 10 stories, 20 stories building, and all of that. There is no way you want to raise that and government will not have to monitor it, because we don't want casualties. We don't want people dying due to building collapse. But you see, because that attitude of people trying to dodge government regulation many times has been there, I also want to implore the government to make government protocol to be easy. Many times people want to do things in government house. A lot of people asking for bribe. These persons, they are denying you cannot reach where you need to be. So all those things are also putting people off when it comes to government policies. So government need to ensure that it is very easy for Nigerians to follow what government has said. For example, somebody want to pay tax now. You should not be going through bottlenecks. Yes, you don't have to know anybody from anywhere for you to pay your tax. You want to pay government levy, you should not know anybody, and you should not pay more than what government say you should pay. And the other one is this: many times you don't even know how much you have to pay. This is part of the the duty on the government. They need to make their information to be known to the people. If you are paying tax, you should know exactly how much you are paying. If you are paying levy, you should know exactly how much you are paying. If you are paying for license, you should know exactly how much you are paying. You should not be going through anybody. You see, these are the things that put people off, because they know that they don't have the information. The government is not putting information out enough, yes, for the people to see. All this information, when it comes to money that government want to get, it should be placed on billboards right in front of the office where those money has to be paid, so that people go there, you know exactly how much you are paying. You don't need to go through anybody. Go through the system and pay the amount you have to pay, no extra payment, and that's it. But the moment people don't have information, you have to be entering this office and be begging them, please, this is what I want to do, please can you help me? And somebody will be bragging at you. Somebody will be saying, if not for me, I will help you. What are you helping me? I want to pay to government. You say you want to help me. Help for what? Help for what? So from this platform, we are challenging the government, at the federal, at the state level, at the local government level. Make your information known to the people. People should know exactly how much, yes, they have to pay for license, vehicle particulars, whatever people want to pay. They should know exactly. The information should be everywhere. We should stop covering all this information, because of all this embarrassment. Is also why some people, they just say, well, instead of going through all those stress, let me leave them. Yes, I will not even pay anything and nobody can arrest me. You understand? So that aspect of government making its information known to the people is very important. The government need to work on that. So what we're saying from Lagos is that, as far as Lagos is concerned, the governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has said from the 2nd of May till 30th of July that houses that have been built, whether completed or not yet completed, structure that have been raised that are not yet registered, within that frame of time, that the government will allow them to come and pay all the necessary fee and levy that they need to pay without paying any fine. That is, without paying any penalty. The government will not punish anyone that they had not paid those money earlier. Let them pay now, and the government is going to collect the exact amount from them and not more than what they're supposed to pay. I think that's an improvement, and that really encourage a lot of people. Is to encourage them, and is to help the property industry in the state of Lagos. And we also want to call on the government of Lagos State. The amount that these people are to pay, make it clear. Yes, it's the scripture that says, make the vision clear, write it plain on the table, make it clear. Let people know exactly, per building, per measure of land, if it's, a 3-bedroom flat, this is how much you pay. If it's a story building, this is how much you pay, and like that and like that. Let people have the exact, amount that they are to pay, so that they will not be paying more than that, and some touts will be taking advantage of people. Alright, we go on. Another story that we have here from the business, economic, and financial world. This one is saying devaluation woes sweep 1,600 Nigerians off dollar millionaire list. You know why I smile is because even the rich also cry. Anyone who has wealth of millions of dollars will not be considered as a mere person. Is a rich man, wealthy person indeed. Especially talking about Nigerians who had wealth of up to millions of dollars. Wow, that's billions of naira. When it comes to dollar, we call them millionaire in dollar, but when it comes to naira, we say they are billionaire in dollars. Sorry, in naira. Alright, due to the devaluation of the naira and the challenges in the economy of Nigeria, the number of Nigerians who are dollar millionaire has dropped by 16.3%. This drop has to do with the period of time from 2022 till 2023. It was said that in 2022, the Nigerian dollar millionaire were about 9,800 people. But by 2023, it has dropped from 9,800 to 8,200 Nigerians who are still millionaire in dollar. Me too, I need millions of dollars. Oh. May God give me. There is nothing bad to have millions of dollars, and I pray that God will give each one of us the work we do, the effort to make, we prosper. Amen. So the meaning is that some of these millionaire in dollar, they have dropped off from being millionaire in dollar. Maybe they are now hundreds of thousands naira in dollar. They are still rich. They are still not mere men. It simply needs for them to, readjust themselves, do more, and they possibly get back to the millionaire table. And this one is from the Punch newspaper. Is talking about the CBN activity operation. Is saying Cardoso links the depletion of external reserve to debt management and not naira defense. You see, over the period of 29 days, from March 18, 2024 till 15th of April 2024, the National Reserve of Nigeria reduced, by $2.16 billion from $34 billion to $32 billion. And people have been raising eyebrow that the reason for this is because Cardoso CBN is withdrawing money from our National Reserve to defend the naira. But Cardoso, the CBN governor, had come up to explain that no, it is not that. What the CBN is using to support the naira is jacking up the inflation rate, releasing ordering of the naira, of the dollar, selling dollar directly to the bureau de change, and many other measures that have been happening. And the part of it that Cardoso said had been helping, he also now speak further and say the reason for the reduction in the national foreign exchange reserve of Nigeria is because money was taken there from there to pay a lot of debt that Nigeria is owing. You know, those debts will also include interest on loan. And it is those debts. Remember in recent time, about 2 weeks ago, that the CBN says they have paid $7 billion to airlines and a lot of other little debt they are owing. They have paid it off. So those are part of what helped the naira. So the CBN is saying it's not in the defense of naira that our national reserve came down or reduced. It is because we have to pay debt. And because of this, we are still calling on the government that, you see, we should stop borrowing money that Nigerians will not see the effect. Yes, all this money that are being borrowed, even the current administration are borrowed again and again and again and again. Nigerians want to see the effect. We don't want to be borrowing and some people stealing off the money. Yes, you see, Nigerians are tired of this because we know that whatever money that is borrowed, Nigerians will have to pay, whether it is stolen, whether the loan was stolen or not stolen. Nigerians will have to pay. And lastly, before we go for today, this information is coming from the Channel TV discussion that the value of the naira is going up, but it's amazing that the prices of some items are still, the value of naira has been going up. The expectation is that the price of goods and services should be coming down, but the price of food items and some basic commodities are still rising, and Nigerians seems to be confused. We appreciate the government for the effort they are making already, that they want to ensure they are already, giving the riot act to manufacturers and sellers, that government will not condone a situation of, sustaining high prices when the government is making a lot of effort to ensure the economy gets better. We appreciate those efforts on the side of the government, but at the same time, we know that when it comes to the economy, especially our own side of the economy, government cannot control price. It will not work. And this food prices that we are talking about, it is a call on government, state, federal and local government, that we should all go and work on agriculture. Coming on air to talk about agriculture, just approving loan, approving contract is not enough. State governor has to get out of their office and go and see that farmland that they say has been done. They have to go and see. They have to be there. Chairman local government has to go and see and ensure that when it comes to agriculture and farm, yes, these things are being done. And government also need to bring effort in terms of storage. Yes, storage. All the excess produced by farmers, government need to buy them up. Besides that, issue of security, that's very important. Yes, a lot of farmers have departed from the farm because their lives are not safe. This, I think, government needs to look into when it comes to agriculture, so that food production will increase and the price of food will come down. All right, we appreciate you so much for being there this morning on Eco Pointer Success Radio Ibadan. Thank you so much for being part of it. We look forward to having you again by next Thursday, 11 a.m. in the morning. My name is Kolawole Kayode. to get in touch with me for message, for information, for advice, for whatever it is, just call 090-2317-5984. 090-2317-5984. I call it again, 090-2317-5984. Thank you so much for being there. Keep prospering.